Good morning, Year 5. I'm on my university day today. So you've got Mr. Miller. If you're in class, you can also log on at home and join in with him. Maybe you've done that already. So starting the day with maths, then we've got some RE, and then we've got geography and our mindfulness and our fun chat. So starting the day off with some mindfulness now, we want you to pause the video in just a second, and I want you to do some really big, deep breaths. So in through your nose, out through your mouth, counting for 5. Whilst you're taking your breaths, I would like you to think about who makes you happy and how do they do it. Could be a friend, it could be a parent, it could be a pet, okay? Someone that makes you really happy. And how do they do it and how does it make you feel? I want you to really focus on that feeling, be really attentive to that feeling. On your final breath, I would like you to think about what you can do to that person, maybe today, maybe at the weekend, to make them happy. It could be something very small, like helping with the dishes or just stopping to ask them how their day was and really taking an interest in them. So have a little think about that. You can pause the video now. So our word of the day, ergonomic. I often hear this word on TV when talking about cars. They would say their car design is ergonomic. So it means comfortable and effective. Our sentence here, customers usually prefer products that are lowly priced and highly ergonomic. You can pause the video now if you would like to think about a sentence with that word in. And also have a look for it now on TV so then you can say to mum, dad, carer, oh, I know what that word means. Ergonomic means comfortable and effective. Right, starting with maths, you can pause the video to answer it here. 5 ninths of 72, remember divide by the bottom times by the top, is greater than 203 over 5. So I would like you to pause the video now, have a little discussion, work out on your paper if you need to. Boys and girls in school, you've got your whiteboards. Start using your mathematical dialogue. How do you know and how can you prove it? Okay. So the answer is, so I'm gonna, if you need to pause now. False. Okay, so 5 ninths of 72 is 40. Okay, divide by the bottom times by the top. So it's 40. And 203 over 5. So when it's an improper fraction, you convert it to a mixed number by dividing by 5, which is 40. Okay, 20 divided by 5, 4. 200 divided by 5. 40, and you've got a remainder of 3. Okay, so therefore it's false. 40 is smaller than 40 3/5. You can now open your book to page 96 over 9, and we're working to the end of page 98. I'm going to take my camera off now just to make sure that you're really focusing on maths. Okay, so as I work through the slides, if you're at home and this video's on YouTube, you can pause whenever you want to make sure that you're having enough time to write your answers. Maybe you want to have a go independently before I start. Mr. Miller in school, you can do the same with the class. Really focusing on how do you know the answer and how can you prove it. So our questions here to get our brains warmed up. 1/3 of 24. 2/3 of 24. Oh, I see a pattern here. 1/3 of equals 24, and 2/5 of equals 24. Pause the video now and have a go. So 1/3 of 24, 24 divided by 3 is 8. Okay, 24 divided by 3 using my 3 times table is 8. I don't need to do any working out for this next one because it's 2/3 of 24. So I know that I just need to double 8. Okay, so I've got 8, 16, 24, and 24 is my whole. So I could use a bar model to help me there if you found that one tricky. Always remember a bar model can help. This one here says 1/3 of something equals 24. So in my bar model, I know that one equal part, remember fractions equal parts, is 24. So what's my whole number? What do I need to do? Well, I can use repeated addition or I can multiply by 3. So 24 plus 24 plus 24, that's our whole. So I know my answer is 72. So 72 is my whole. 1/3 of 72 is 24. 2/5 of something equals 25. Oh, no, not 25, 24. So 2/5 of something equals 24. So in my bar model, I know I've got how many parts? 5. But here it says there's 2 parts equals 24, and I want 1 part. So tell someone now, think it in your heads, what do I have to divide 24 by to get 1 part? Well, I have to divide by 2, therefore each part is worth 12. So you can either do repeated addition, add all your 12s together on top of each other, or you could do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So my answer is 60. Doesn't matter how you add all those 12s up. You might want to do expanded multiplication. You can do that too. However you get to your answer is fine. Right, here I've got to work out what equality symbol goes in the middle of that sum. So I'm looking for something to compare these two. They're being compared, and I want to know if they're greater than, if I need a greater than symbol, if I need a less than symbol, or I need an equal sign. Pause the video now and have a go. So I can see here, I don't have denominators that match, and I also don't have numerators that match. Remember, we've learned to do both ways. Quite often I like making the denominators match, but sometimes that's not always the quickest way. So I need to do something. So you should have realized I need to times by 3. 8 times 3 equals 24. And then whatever I do to the bottom, I must do to the top. Good. So I now know I've got 36 over 24, and therefore I can compare these. 36 is more parts, therefore 12 over 8 is greater than 34 over 24. And now I need to do the same for this one. And this one, I have to do an extra step. So this one is an improper fraction, and this is a mixed number fraction. So I'm going to convert to a mixed number on both sides, so I can really easily see how many more parts I have. So, oh, I said mixed number, and I meant improper. So I've converted both sides to an improper fraction. And now you should see something. You should see you can do something to help you out. What can we do? Well, we can times this side by 2 to get 40 over 60. Have a little think, pause the video. Really think about this one. Are you going to put a more than, a less than, or an equal sign? Well, the bottoms do not match, therefore I know it's not going to be an equal sign. And I want you to think, is this one bigger or this one bigger? So with fractions, the greater the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Okay, so this one, oh, my rule is there. When the numerators are the same, the greater the denominator, the smaller the fraction. Okay, remember, if you're sharing pizza, your slice, your seventh will be smaller than your sixth. If you ate 6, you'd have more pizza. And therefore, this one is bigger. So 40 over 6 is a bigger fraction than 40 over 7. Okay, so I'm going to read the whole question first, and then I would like you to pause and have a go. There are 77 chocolates in a box. 3 over 7 of the chocolates are dark, and the rest are either milk or white. So you've got your whole, and you've got your parts. There are 3 times as many milk chocolates than white chocolates. Some milk chocolates. There are now 29 milk chocolates. How many chocolates does Jack eat? Okay. You've got your whole, you've got 77. So this whole bar model here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 parts. Pause the video here and see if you can work through a bit more of the problem. So remember, 3/7 of the chocolates are dark. Therefore, 4/7 are milk or white. So 4/7 are milk or white. So if I go back to the original problem, there are 3 times as many milk chocolates than white chocolates. There are 3 times as many milk chocolates than white chocolates. So here, I know that 1 part and 3 parts here. So you've got your 1 part is white, and you've got 3 times as many more are milk. So for every 3 milk chocolates, there are 1 white. I can now work out what each part is worth. So 1/7 is 77. You need to do your division. 77 divided by 7 is 11. Okay, so you now know that each part is worth 11. All of these are 11. But I was interested in the part about milk. So I know that Jack eats some milk chocolates and there are now 29 left. So we want to find out how many did Jack eat? Well, I now know that 33 were milk and Jack has eaten some and there are 29 left. So from this, I can see 29 to 33, 29, you go 30, 31, 32, 33. He ate 4. He ate 4 chocolates. Have a go at questions 1 to 6 in your worksheet. Pause the video and press play whenever you're ready. This lesson is all about all our fractions over the previous term. So pull all of your knowledge together. Okay, moving on to the next part of the lesson then. This question has brackets in, and you'll come to meet brackets a bit more in year 6. But just for now, the rule with brackets is whatever's in the brackets you do first. So here you've got 3 times something, okay? So you need to work out this something here. So 5 plus 1, I know that will be 6. So I'm trying to do 3 times 6, 18, 3 times table or 6 times table. Okay, and I can do 3 times 18. I can do expanded method. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking about something else. Your next part of the sum. So that's your little warm up there. 3 times 9/10 take away 2/5. So I've just told you the rule of brackets is to do that bit first. So pause the video here and have a go. Okay, you should have noticed that your denominators do not match. So you need to make them match. To do that, you times by 2. Whatever you did to the bottom, you must do to the top. So you've got 9/10, take away 4/10. So our denominators now match. Therefore, you can take these away and you'll get your 5/10. I can see here that 5 is half of 10. So my equivalent fraction would be 1/2. Okay, remember, you're trying to always get the fraction to the simplest form. 3 times 1/2, well, that is 1.5. If I had 3 halves, I put them together, I'd get 1.5. This one's quite tricky when you first look at it, but then you need to just use the information they've given you, and actually you'll be able to do this easy peasy. So you've got 10/12 in your circles and 3/4 in your bottom circles. 10/12 in the top, 3/4 in the bottom. The question is asking you what's in that space there. And they've given you a really important piece of information. They are all identical. So we know identical means the same. So you can work out what's in this space, this little space here, I can see of my cursor, and this space. And you know your whole circle here will be 1. So you need to use that knowledge and take it away from the whole, and you'll be left with that part. So pause the video here and have a go. Okay, so you know each circle is worth 1 whole. Therefore, in this space, you've got 2/12 here. So you do 1, take away 10/12. You've got 2/12. Okay, because remember your whole is 12. So you can now move that into this middle circle, just like that. And you're going to do the same for this bottom circle. So either you can keep it in quarters, or maybe you're thinking one step ahead and you've realized you need to make your denominators match. I'm going to keep it in quarters for now. So I've got 1/4 here, and I move that into my space, just like that. And now I'm going to make my denominators match. How many 4s go into 12? 4, 8, 12, 3. I'm going to times both the bottom and the top number, numerator, denominator, by 3. And that's going to give me 3 12s, okay? So now I've got my 2 12s, I've got my missing space, and I've got my 3 12s here. And I know my final product, there'll be 12 over 12. Okay, my end value will be 1 whole. So what's in this space here? Pause the video and have a think. So 3 plus 2 is 5. You can do it that way. You move 12, take away 5 equals 7. So I know here my number will be 7 over 12. Okay, you could have done a different way. You could have taken away 3 from 12, taken away 2 from 12, and that would have left you with your 7. Okay, there you go. Have a go at questions 7 to 10 on your worksheet, using all your knowledge from the unit, as this is our last ever fraction lesson for now. I will see you at 11 for RE.